Hi, my name is Joel Compton. I'm a teacher at El Camino High School. It's public school in South San Francisco, and I'm an iTech student at the moment. I live in San Francisco. I'd say the positive experience I've had with HyFlex was its flexibility, and you'll hear about that with from all our students. The ability not to be in class that day for whatever reason, yet still get the information needed in order to do well in that class is great. And I think more schools and more classes and more departments need to offer that. That San Francisco State offers it in their iTech program is definitely a great attribute to the program. At the same time, it's not as good as being in person, but I got to say that if you can't make it to school, it's a great way to get the resources you need in academic settings. You can get all the readings you need. The professors will post them in many cases. You can look at the forums, look at discussions that took place. You can look at the readings in the posts of other students and respond to those if needed. And anything that the professor needs to change about the syllabus can be done almost instantaneously, which is great. The HyFlex program's offered a lot of flexibility that has made this learning experience a better one. Some of the difficulties we have with the HyFlex program is that you can't make up for in-person interaction. And this is a problem in all forms of new technology, from people emailing someone and someone taking it wrong to just a text gone wrong, or even a phone call. Even though a phone call is great, still not as good as a one-on-one interaction. And that's true of any class, technology integration or not. Seeing a professor in person or an instructor and talking to them, you have a question right there, them seeing you, knowing where the students are sitting, being in the room physically, those cannot be made up by watching a video screen on a computer and watching something that took place maybe in the past. So I think that the best way is always to show up in person. And the HyFlex is pretty much a way that if you couldn't make it, this is a good way to do it. Some difficulties I've seen is, for instance, I had one class in which we listened to the instructor lecture occasionally, and lectures just don't work very well on that program because you can't hear the professor often. It's not as dynamic. It looks like something you watch on YouTube or something. It just doesn't have that feel that if you're in the classroom and they give you eye-to-eye contact and they can respond to you, and of course the professor can see whether you're connected or not to the material. So that's a disadvantage. Also in classes where you're working on like Adobe Illustrator or something like that, and you just don't get it. You really need to ask the question or call the professor over at that moment, and typing it in or trying to explain it online it doesn't work as well as if they just see the problem and are able to manipulate the object so that you can learn a little bit better. Finally, I just say that you'd always want to sign up for a HyFlex class. You can always show up in person. You can always take the class traditionally, but in case you can't make it, or in case you just don't want to make it for whatever reason, car breaks down, it's rainy weather, someone, you feel sick that day, but you still want to attend, this allows you to do that. I have had so many days in life where you still want to get work done, you still want to show up, but your body's not up to it. Well, you can still log on, all right, and be part of the class and still learn a lot. And that's what that's what HyFlex offers. So I'd recommend it to any course instructor, any student, and any administrator.